What's up guys, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics and welcome to the channel. Today we are working on a 2014 Lexus CT200h and we are doing a valve cover gasket on this one. You can see it's a hybrid and we are good to go. So the first thing we're going to do is take off this engine cover. It's just a couple rubber grommets, just yank it and put it on the side, and you can see our valve cover is pretty nasty and looks like it's an old leak, you can see. So we're going to take care of that valve cover and then we'll clean up everything. So let me set myself up and then we get the job done. So after you take the engine cover out, we are going to disconnect some electrical connections. We got this one coming to the VVT solenoid. Press on the tab and then pull. The same with these on the ignition coils. So once we take all these connectors out, plus this one, we are going to disconnect this wiring from the back right here. There's a tab and raise it. The same with this one right here. Take it off the way, and right now we are going to take this vacuum hose off. Just a clamp right here. Hold it, move it, and then just move it or twist it like this. Now we are going to grab ourselves a 10mm socket, and then we are going to take off this ground right here. There's two more right here, one here and one here. We're also going to take off this 10mm bolt holding this wiring, and then this other 10mm bolt holding the upper air filter box. So let me do that and then we go from there. What's up guys? So we'll take off this ground, another one right here, this one right here, then we have this bolt holding the wiring, then this one that holds the air filter box, then we got this ignition wire, ignition coil bolts. So I've taken off the ignition coils and you can see I've lined them up the way they came out. So right now I think I'll take off the VVT solenoid, and then we got this, I believe it's a 12mm bolt holding this rail right here. So let me do that and then we go from there. So for this bolt, due to space, we're going to use the 12mm wrench open side. I already broke it loose, so we'll take it off just like so. So this one is working with the issue of space. That's why even no socket will go in there. So I believe it's out. It's just a matter of raising this wiring. This bolt comes off just like so, and then we'll come this side, take off this 10, we'll put the VVT solenoid just like so. You have to wiggle it back and forth. This is the one. We'll put it right there. So we'll take off this air filter box so that we can have more clearance for this wiring going down. So take this clamp off just like so using a 10mm socket. And then we're going to disconnect the mass airflow sensor. and then we can actually take off these clamps. There's 2 of them, and then I'll raise this cover off. We'll put it on the side, and then we're going to take off this 10mm bolt. So let me take this wire off, and then we'll have this box out of the way. You have to unplug these plastic clamps from the wiring, and then this should come off just like so. Let's see what's holding it at the bottom. Take off these lines, and should come off just like so. So now we have more room for the wiring to move around. So let me figure out how the wiring comes off, and then we go from there. So there's enough room for the wiring to move, you can see right now. But if I want more room, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect the injectors. There's one there, another one right there, another one right there, and the last one right there. It's just tabs where you have to like press like so, and then you gotta pull it up. You don't have to, but that's what I'm gonna do. Let me do that off camera, and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up, guys? So I had to disconnect this wiring, this plug-in connector from right there, and I had to disconnect this one right here. And you can see right now I've Bungi coded my wiring, and now we got plenty of room to take the valve cover off. So it's held by 10mm bolts. There's one right there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the back, 10 in the back, 11 in the back, 12 in the back, and 13 right there. So we're gonna take those out. So there's no pattern. I tried to check on Pro Mutual demand. There's no procedure of taking them off. So I'll start with the middle one. I'll take this one off and then go outwards, and then I guess putting them back on is going to be the same process. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up, guys? I forgot to mention there's a 12mm bolt right here. It connects to a bracket holding, I think, a coolant line. This is the one right here. So you have to take that one off, otherwise the valve cover won't come out. So put that one there. And now we'll take all the valve cover bolts. Start with this one. So the middle bolt is the longest, so just know that this middle bolt is the longest one to take out. So after taking out the bolts, this valve cover should be good to go. Just get a screwdriver. You can pry it from right there. Just be gentle, and you can see it is raising up pretty good. So at this point, you can just raise it up. It's damn hot, so right now let me grab myself a rag, and then we take it off. This is the one right there, and we got our gasket, of course brittle. I'll put it right there. So right now what we are going to do is we are going to clean up our mating surface all around. The way you clean this is you have to clean from inside going out so that all the debris falls outside. So let me do that. You can see the way it looks right now. Let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. So the way you clean, guys, get yourself some brake clean, spray it on the rag just like so. By the way, I put a paper towel around here where the injectors I don't want any debris to fall in there. So the way you clean this is you clean from inside. You make sure all the debris, you push it outside. You don't want any of that debris to fall inside the engine, otherwise that's going to be a disaster. So you go in there, make sure you clean it good, and you can see right now it's better than the way it came. You can see the mating surface is all clean. On this side there's a dowel pin, so be mindful. So we'll add a bit of silicone right here on the cut, Let me see if I can focus right there. We'll add some silicone right there, and the same with the other side. So let me do that, and then we go from there. What's up, guys? So whilst we're cleaning the upper valve cover, we are going to cover the engine just like so that nothing falls in there. So right now, let me go ahead and clean the valve cover, and then we go from there. What's up, guys? So this is how our valve cover is looking. So we'll go ahead and clean, do some brake clean. You can see it's looking much better already. So I'll go ahead and spray the whole valve cover, and then I'll bring you guys back to show you the after cleaning, the way it's gonna look. So pretty much right now you can see it's already much better. So let me clean it all the way off camera, and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up, guys? So it's time to install the new valve cover gasket. You can see now it's dry and it's looking way cleaner than the way it came in. You can see. So we'll go ahead and flip it this way. Be gentle. This is aluminum, so we'll go ahead. This is the gasket. I believe this is the part number right here. Yeah, that's the part number. I got this from Lexus dealership, and pretty much we're using the OEM part. So I'll go ahead and take a gasket off plastic, and we gotta find the way it goes in. So we'll see. I think it goes in this way. I think it's this way. So we'll go. So this is not the right way actually. I guess it has to go in this way. Yeah, this is the right way. It goes in there. You can see it's now sitting the right way, and we'll make sure it sits in the groove. This is very important because you don't want it to separate. So make sure it is sitting fully, just like so. And right now we are good to install this valve cover. What's up, guys? So you can see I put some silicone right here on the where there was a crack right there. Not really a crack, but that's just the way it is. That's where the gap is for the front timing cover to the other side of the block. You can see I put some silicone right there, and also on the other side. So right now we are going to install the valve cover, and then we go from there. So right now we'll go ahead and install the valve cover. We're going to be gentle so that we don't disturb the gasket. Slide it in like so. Make sure you line it up with the dowel pins. Make sure there's nothing holding it. You'll feel it slide in when everything is good. So we got it in right now. Let me put the bolts back on, and then we'll go from there. What's up, guys? So I got all the bolts in seated. So right now there's no torquing spec sequence, but you torque these bolts to I think 7 foot-pounds. So you can see I've set my torque range to 7 foot-pound right there. So we'll go ahead and just torque them. We'll start with the middle one. That one is good. Then we'll go around. So I'll go in a circular motion. So we'll go around all the way. I just wanted to show you. You start with the middle one, and then you go in a circular way. So everything is stock to spec. That's why we invest in these tools, and that's why when we charge you, you have to understand you're buying the right tools to make the job easy and then done right. So this is stock to spec. Right now I'm gonna throw in ignition coils and put everything back off camera, and then I'll bring you guys back once everything is set. What's up, guys? You can see the valve cover is put back in place. Everything is connected to its original position. You can see the car's been running for almost 30 minutes, and this hybrid just turned off right now. So you can see it looks like a Lexus valve cover right now. This, we took it out, which is a ground plus these two grounds. We also disconnected a bunch of electrical connection in the ignition coil wires. We disconnected the VVTi solenoid, the EGR right here, camshaft position sensor right here, and injectors. So it's possible that you can have an engine check light when you first start the car after this job, and in my case I did not have. So it's been running for almost 30 minutes. Everything looks good. So pretty much the dealer was asking for about $600 for this job. This is my customer. He's been using me for quite a long time, and I just did him for half the price. So pretty much everything is good to go. I didn't have an engine check light in your case you might have, so don't get spooked. Just reset the light and pretty much you should be good. So pretty much that's all it takes to do this job. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share, and we'll see you on the next one.